What's up? Only the strong. It's your man D Wash, aka Battling. Man, it was a hard week, man. I mean, it seemed like every matchup is a heavyweight matchup. I mean, it's a slugfest, man. I mean, you can't come out of the weekend without an injury, without something catastrophic happening. Man, the barbecuers, they were kind enough to call us today and lend us their sympathy and support, for all the players that we've had injured. I've had probably over 10 players injured. I've yet to start my starting lineup that I drafted. Um, Man, anyways, to the matter at hand, man. 3 games that we didn't get to cover on Monday. We'll cover them right now. The formerly known Team Mayo has changed their name and they have changed their game from Team Mayo to No Mercy for You. I guess that's the result of smashing the barbecuers 129-95, man. I mean, the young Mayo, currently known as No Mercy for You, man. My boy had guns blazing, cocked and loaded. Kurt Warner with 24, Frank Gore with 35, Ronnie Brown with 26. Matt Forte has still been bottled up, only scoring 5. Santonio Holmes put up 8, kind of quiet, kind of simmered down from his 18-point performance the first week. And Deshaun Jack, even though McNabb is injured, still putting up the numbers, man. Looks like Kurt Warner, man, his completion percentage was bananas. 24-26, 243, 2 TDs. Like I said, Frank Gore, man, rushed for over 200 plus yards, 2 TDs. I mean, I don't know if anybody had a chance this week against No Mercy for You. My boy didn't show any mercy. My man, he had the highest total points this week, So hats off to young Mayo and his coaching staff. The reigning champion, the barbecuers, man, they did as much as they could, led by Marcus Colston, who had 8 catches for 98 yards, 2 TDs. He was backed up by Jason Campbell, who threw for 242 yards on 23 of 35, passing for just 14 points. Man, that guy, I thought he was supposed to be a sleeper. I'm not too sure about that, man. I mean, we'll see. Ryan Graham chipped in 10 with 46 yards on 14 attempts with 1 touchdown. So it was pretty nice attack, you know what I'm saying, by the barbecuers. They had 95 points. If they had been facing someone else, they could have won, but it is believed, it is an accepted truth around the fantasy football world that you have to score right in the neighborhood of 100 points in order to come out with a victory. So barbecue is really close. I still believe he is a contender. We'll monitor his progress as we move forward throughout the season. Moving right along to the next game. But before I move on, again, I just want to make mention of that final score. No Mercy for You takes the victory from the reigning and defending champion, the barbecuers, 129-95. Next matchup was between Columbus Gamblers and the Underdogs. Underdogs posted a message on the chalkboard this week telling everybody just to play it low, staying low, that he wasn't getting too high, man, and that he wasn't getting the respect of his peers, but he was going to stay low and do his thing, and that's what he did, man. He stayed low, and out of the blue, homeboy came out with a victory in week 2 up against a solid Columbus Gamblers team. Surprised to see the Gamblers come up to go 0-2. I mean, this team is solid, man. Look at his roster. Peyton Manning, Clinton Portis, Thomas Jones, Cedric Benson, Randy Moss, T.O., Greg Olsen. I mean, that's solid, man. He was led by Peyton Manning with 28 points on 14 of 23 passing, 300 yards, 2 TDs. Then he had your boy Cedric Benson, might end up being the sleeper of the year with 29 rushing attempts for 141 yards. Unfortunate, Benson comes out questionable with some type of ankle injury this week, but your boy's doing this thing, man. That Bengals offense might just end up being special again. You know, we haven't seen that in a couple years. T.O. chipped in 12, not with many catches, only 3 for 52 yards and just a touchdown. But Columbus Gamblers, man, they fought, and I believe they will have some say-so as to who will be left standing when it comes down to it. You know, when it's all said and done. Unfortunately, they fell victim to the underdogs, the young stud. Even though Tom Brady only put up 8 points, he had 47 attempts throwing a rock, man. Only 216 yards, no TDs, 1 INT. But despite this bad performance by Brady, man, Vincent Jackson carried the team with 20 points for 6 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown. He was backed up by Correll Buckhalter, who had 9 rushing attempts for 76 yards and a touchdown, giving him 16 points. Kellen Winslow chipped in 15, 7 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. For a final score of 96-88, the underdogs goes to 1-1. Columbus Gamblers falls to 0-2 with what I believe is one of the best rosters in the league. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fight to the finish, y'all. Fight to the finish. Next matchup is between PJ Cats and them boys, or that boy, Me Champ. Your boy Me Champ is tabbed by a lot of people as being the most or the scariest team in the league, man. Let's see, PJ Cats, he came with it though, man. He put up 112 points. Like I said, it's a rule of thumb. If you put up 100 plus, you know, you give your team more than a 50% chance to win the game. It's just that he just ran up against a more dominant team this week. In Me Champ. Trent Edwards, he filled in nicely at quarterback, putting up 23 points from 21 of 31 passing for 230 yards, 2 TDs, 1 INT. He was backed up by Darren Sproles, who put up 20 points, just 26 yards rushing on 10 attempts, but he had 7 receptions for 124 yards and a touchdown. He got touchdowns also from Roddy White, Percy Harvin, and Tony Gonzalez. Man, this was a collective effort. This was a balanced attack. Like I said, man, he just ran up against a superior opponent this week. But PJ Cats has an excellent team, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Unfortunately, he falls to 0-2 because Young Mayo had guns. I'm sorry, not Young Mayo, but Me Champ, man, he had guns blazing. Daggone Matt Shaw, I do not believe in this dude. He's a hit or miss, but on this week, he was a hit. So he had 42 points, 25 of 39 passing, almost 400 yards and 4 TDs, man. He was assisted by Adrian Peterson with a steady performance, 92 yards on 15 attempts and a touchdown. Calvin Johnson put up 12. Brent Selleck put up 10. Larry Fitzgerald, he put up 9. Okay. Yeah, so that was that, man. And then the Giants D just shut down. They caused noise, man, putting up 14 points. Final score 128-112. PJ Cats, keep your head up, homie. You got a good roster, man. You got a good squad. Don't do anything ridiculous because I think you'll be in it at the end of things, you know, if you stay on the course. So That's the end of week 2, y'all. We coming back here to talk about the latest transactions, latest trades, whatnot. Keep you updated. This has been your boy, D Wash. Have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Peace.